As a former New Hampshire state representative who marched with Dr. Martin Luther King in 1963, he currently serves on the New Hampshire Commission for Human Rights. He's a product of Birmingham, Alabama, where at one time he had to guess how many jelly beans were in a fruit jar just to be able to vote.
We've come a long way, but we're not there yet.
Together we will explore the visible laws, invisible laws, and the structures above and beneath our human surface that keep us reaching for the stars. It is his goal to work with you in putting Nashua back on top, to be voted the #1 city in the nation again.
We are in a crisis situation, and that's what we're going to talk about.
I'm Harvey Keye. Welcome to Nashua Strong.
Good morning, Nashua. Oh, I'm sorry. Good afternoon, Nashua. We're back again in your living rooms and on your playgrounds and on your golf courses. Wherever you may be, we're back to say hello to you. We're so happy to see you again. Happy you had a great Mother's Day, all the mothers who are out there who didn't get a chance to be with their families and what have you. We wish you the very best. We come to you today in your living rooms again, happier than we were before. We bring to you a pocket full of happiness all of the time with every step that I take. I am proud today to introduce a young lady of whom I've known for at least, I won't say that number of years because she looks like she's 20 or 25, but I've known her at least about that number of years. Yeah. And she brings to us some of the beauty of what people do when they give and serve. And as Muhammad Ali says, I have made more than $150, $200 million while boxing, but my greatest happiness came from giving and serving. His daughter is carrying that same kind of philosophy, and I believe this young lady with whom I'm with today, whose profession is dentistry, and her mantra, I believe, is giving and serving in so many different ways, and we're so proud to have her. And we're not going to talk a lot about me and her. We're going to talk about what she's going to do for some of the young people, particularly women in our society who are devastated by a variety of different kinds of things. The husband is no longer there, the boyfriend is gone, the system doesn't respect them, sometimes they don't respect themselves, and on and on and on. But we cannot go on in the future with this kind of vicious ugliness in our society without some people stepping up to the plate and trying to get a hit for them who can't hit for themselves. So I have this young person, I call her young, she's 50 years younger than I am, I think, maybe. I'm not really sure. But her name is Dr. Ann Vermette. She's been a dentist here and in Drake, Mass for a number of years. And she looks like she is 25, but I'm sure she's a little bit older. She's old enough to retire from dentistry. And retire at this age and how she looks, is it possible for her to do that? So I'm going to introduce you to Dr. Ann Vermette. And I'm going to do that by asking a few questions first. And then I'm going to give it to her and she's going to talk about it. Dr. Vermette, how do you do?
Well, thank you very much, Harvey, for all the flattery and the compliments. It made my day.
Thank you so much. Where were you born?
I was born in Anchorage, Alaska, Elmendorf Air Force Base.
Say that again.
Anchorage, Alaska, Elmendorf Air Force Base.
Air Force baby. You hear that, right? Where did you go to school, Ann?
Well,
Elementary school, college, and then dental school?
Okay, so I went to Presentation of Mary Academy in Hudson, New Hampshire for 12 years. And then I graduated and went on to Forsyth School of Dental Hygiene in Boston. It was affiliated then with Northeastern University. Had an associate's degree. Went on to the University of New Hampshire to get my bachelor's and had a degree in zoology. And then went on to Boston at Tufts School of Dental Medicine.
So you got out of Tufts with a dental. Where did your first office? Where did you open your first office?
Well, when I first associated in Woburn, and then I got married, my husband was from Ohio. I set up a practice there.
That's right. I
in
knew
Ohio.
your husband.
Yes.
I used to go golfing with your husband.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Are you still practicing?
No, I sold my practice a few years ago, and then I started volunteering with Make-A-Wish. I was driving cancer patients, and I was coaching Special Olympics basketball.
Wow. That's after you.
After I sold my practice,
Yeah.
I was doing that, and then the COVID epidemic shut everything down the end of March 2020. So I shifted gears, and I became a volunteer with the Medical Reserve Corps in Massachusetts and New Hampshire. And we were deployed, sometimes double deployment, 70 hours a week, doing all the testing for COVID in the state prison of New Hampshire. We did Easter seals, the residential drug addiction, assisted living, nursing homes. I did the Boston police, firefighters. We did COVID and antibody testing then. We trained the National Guard with setup, operations, and then we switched gears to vaccinations. And then I taught at Tufts. I set up their COVID testing site at Tufts School of Dental Medicine, and also trained the dean, the faculty, and the students in anatomy and with vaccinations, so then the students could go to the community centers in Boston and vaccinate the people there.
You know, folks, I just mentioned earlier what Muhammad Ali said about the millions of dollars that he made boxing and the hundreds of thousands of millions. I'm not sure she may have made millions because she's pretty, she's young, and she's a great dentist. But her greatest gift is serving and giving back to the community and helping those who cannot, would not, and don't get help from other people. So here is a person in our presence right here in Nashua, New Hampshire, who's given and serving, as Mother Teresa said to one of her radio producers one time when she visited someone back in Arkansas, and I can't do my phone here. It says, focus.
Maybe you can silence it. Do you want me to?
I just put on Do Not Disturb.
Okay,
Maybe.
that's good.
But I'm learning something from Dr. Vermette. But the thing is here with her, she's giving and serving like nobody can give and serve, and who have had a profession that was marvelous and productive and profitable. And her greatest joy, I believe, comes from giving and serving. And we're so happy to have her in our community. And what gave you a spark to, you know, I met your father. Mm-hmm. We played golf together. Mm-hmm. He beat me to death. And you helped him.
He's 92.
I'm 92 also. Now I'm 91.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he's a little older.
But that's, you know, if you live, you get older. That's how you get, you know, you get colder too. You see, I have a jacket on. It's 95 degrees outside. So I know why old folks wear coats and jackets, because they're cold. But Ann, what sparked the nugget in you to give and serve the way you're doing? Where did you get this stuff?
My husband was diagnosed with bone cancer. We were only married a couple years. And we had so many people from our church and strangers that were so good to me and my babies that I had a plan. And my plan was, when my children were all educated, then I would sell my practice and I would give back, because of all the gratitude I had for all those people we hardly knew, and that helped us, helped me, and helped my children and my husband in such a great time of need. He battled for 17 years. He lost his hip and his leg due to bone cancer. I had a 13-day-old baby and a 2-year-old son.
And who took him to the golf course? I did. I did several times to play golf when he was a young man trying to play golf. But that's not important what I did. The point is this. I never knew that. I knew he was ill and all of that kind of stuff. But you see, folks, this is what we need more of in our community. People who are willing to step up and give and serve and ask for no returns with the greatest amount of humility, as this woman has right here, who has gone to the top of the ladder in a profession called dentistry. And now she's serving and giving to the police department, which is needed, to our community, which is needed, Cancer Society, which is needed, and on and on and on. And I hope you listen and watch. If she can do it, so can you. Now, and this club, St.
Gianna's.
That's where your passion is right now.
Yes, absolutely.
Tell us about it.
Well, St. Gianna's was only established in 2019 as a safe haven for young moms who are pregnant and gone through very, very difficult times. Their mission is to promote healthy families by providing expectant mom with resources to give birth to their babies and move their lives forward in a positive direction. It's a private, nonprofit organization. It doesn't get any government funding. So we're having a golf tournament at Nashua Country Club on August 31st.
Repeat that so we don't forget it.
It's Nashua Country Club, August 31st. It's called Rally for a Cause, and it's to benefit St. Gianna's Place.
St. Gianna's Place?
Correct, in Hudson.
In Hudson.
Yes.
That's our community also.
Correct,
okay.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a maternity home, and it provides transitional housing and education, and we're trying to have career development. They have access to medical care, mental health, dental care, and it's such a loving and very, very supportive environment.
How is it that one of these, let's take one unknown person, unknown on this show, person to help save their money and manage their money so they could go up the ladder?
Yes.
You have anything like that?
We have classes that the young moms have. They have cooking classes. They have financial classes.
And who provides the finance? Who provides this?
St. Gianna's provides this.
Okay.
We get outside experts to come in, and they work with these young moms.
Okay.
So
That's
it's to make them
so
independent.
let me ask you this. Let's say if I were a young mom
Yes.
and I wanted to help myself by believing in myself that I could do better, and I have a baby or two, and is that a home at St. John?
It's a 24-hour home. It's staffed. The moms are never alone. There's always support staff there 24/7. And it's to have each mom for services that are individualized to maximize the strengths and the goals of these young ladies.
How would I get into if I were in that?
Okay, so how do you find out about St. Gianna's?
I have a couple babies. I'm 31 years old. I don't have a husband, and I have no boyfriend.
And you're in a pregnancy crisis situation. Yes. So usually the pregnancy crisis center is usually the first way to get the education, but we're trying to get it out more by we have a newsletter, we have community outreach, we try to spread the word, but the best line is usually by the Pregnancy Crisis Center because they're well aware of St. Gianna's.
This television show goes to about 90,000 homes in Nashua. Then we put it up on YouTube. It goes around the world. Wherever YouTube is aired, your show, this is your show,
Yes.
will be aired. Would that help?
Absolutely. We are very appreciative of this TV show that will get the word out that St. Gianna's is available. Any young mom that is in a crisis situation and feels overwhelmed, absolutely, it's stgiannasplace.org. And at the end, and a little bit later, I'll give you email and the phone number that they could call or email to.
Would you, St. Gianna's, accept a free financial dissertation, instruction to these young women, just no charge, have someone come in that I could get to come in and just talk about how to save money, how it's not too late to save money, it's not too much to save money. That is the money that they get from someplace. Someone is helping them.
Well, that's one of their biggest barriers for St. Gianna is the funding, because they don't get any government money.
They get some money from someplace.
Well, what we have is we have the dinner. St. Gianna's has an annual fundraising dinner, which is actually going to be next week. But we're having the golf tournament, and what we're hoping to do is raise a lot of funds so we can keep St. Gianna's going with their expenses. So for our golf tournament, it's a 9-hole golf tournament. It's August 31st. It's a scramble format, so any level golfer can come play. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have a raffle. We have an auction. We also have hole sponsors. We have 3 levels. We have gold, silver, and bronze. The gold sponsor for a hole is $500. The silver is $250, and the bronze is $100.
We're going to repeat that later on. But right now, I'm a pregnant woman, got 2 kids. I'm on welfare. Would welfare help me?
I'm not sure about welfare at St. Gianna's, but basically you can come to St. Gianna's and you don't have any money. We take care of all that. We'll provide the housing, all the lodging, the foods, the education, the support services.
Insurance?
Well, we'll provide the support services. I'm not sure of all the...
Now, I don't have any money coming in from no place.
Nope. And you can... More than welcome.
But let's say if you're crowded, what do? If you don't have so much space.
Well, that's why we really need the funding. And
I know, but let's
this.
say how many spaces you have for how many people?
Right now, we only have room for 5 moms and their babies.
You have room for 5 people.
Moms.
And there are 100 of us out here. What do we do can we apply for welfare?
I'm not sure if the technicalities with the funding, that would be a social service. So
funding is a heavy load.
Oh, funding is absolutely, it's one of our major barriers is finances, absolutely, because we don't get government funding at St. Gianna's.
You don't get any funding?
We don't get any funding.
From anywhere?
It's by donations, small businesses, individuals.
How long has St. Gianna's been in business? Since
2019. So we're young.
Yeah.
And it's a great home. It's clean. We have great facilities, but we need the funding to try to expand.
Dr. Vermette, let me ask you this. In your opinion, what is the population in our general Nashua greater area society, number of young ladies who are devastated? Just take a guess.
I would say probably 10 to 20%.
20% of what?
The population.
The population is 90,000 in Nashua, not including Hudson. That's a 30,000.
Right. So you're talking 20,000 young ladies? No, less than that.
That's 20% of 100,000.
5 to 10.
5,000 young ladies out here with babies that have no way to go, no place to sleep, and nothing to eat. Where do they eat and sleep? That's my question, not to you, but to Nashua and our infrastructure for the businesses and outlets in our society, which we call Nashua, the shining city on the hill. What are we going to do about this kind of situation? Right in our midst, right under our noses. We need to help this organization do better. That's all I can say about that. I can't tell you or ask you to do anything more than I am asking you to do. That is contribute, help, provide a healthy and safe place for the young women who are devastated in our society by a lot of different reasons. And one of the major reasons, in my opinion, is the man is not at home. So why, and we don't get into the sociality of this, it's a social construct, it's very, very, very disturbing, it's very complicated, and we're not on this show trying to answer that. We're trying to answer this group called St. Gianna's to help them, and maybe they can help someone else come up with ideas and funding. And Dr. Vermette has mentioned the golf tournament at Nashua Country Club on August
31st.
On August 31st.
It's a 9-hole golf tournament.
It's a 9-hole golf course. I won't give you the details of that. If you don't understand 9-hole golf tournament, don't go.
It's at 4:30 in the afternoon.
At 4:30 in the afternoon.
It's a scramble format,
It's
so
a scramble
all levels.
format. Is there a fee to do
Yes,
that?
it's $40 for golfer. The dinner is going to be amazing.
No, how much is it going to cost?
$40 for dinner, $40 for golfer, and if you want to ride in the cart, it's $10.
So bring $200 with you. Make a $100 donation, and then pay for the ride, pay for the dinner, and give somebody a $10 tip. How's that for you, Mr. Nashua, and around the world? That's what we need to do.
So if they'd like some more information, they can email Donna Mead, and her email.
Listen to Dr. Vermette. She's going to give you more information of how to contact an organization to help the Gianna's, St. Gianna's place in Hudson, New Hampshire.
Correct.
Which is part of our greater Nashua, New Hampshire.
Absolutely.
And wherever they are, and we say just Nashua, but in my opinion, I'm the host, wherever women are devastated, it could be in Japan, it could be in Ohio, it could be Florida, it could be any place. Wherever women are devastated, in my opinion, we need to come to their rescue. That's from Harvey. Now, Dr. Vermette is going to give you the address to contact.
Correct. If you would like to find out more information about St. Gianna's or our golf tournament, which is going to be lots of fun, and like I said, the food is excellent, and this is a little hint, but we even have an ice cream bar, make your own sundaes at this golf tournament. But they can contact Donna Mead, that's D as in dog, Mead, M-E-A-D-E, at stgiannasplace.org, or you may call 603-521-8440. Or if you'd like to call Nashua Country Club directly, that phone number is 603-888-9858. And please make sure you say it's the Rally for a Cause tournament to benefit St. Gianna's.
We're going to spell St. Gianna's for you. S-T dot capital G I A N N A S. You got it? Folks, that's what this is all about. This is helping someone who cannot help themselves for whatever that reason is in our society. That's what our job is. That's what makes Nashua strong. Dr. Vermette is part of the foundation of the strength of Nashua, New Hampshire. And as we understand it, our wonderful mayor, what is his name? Jim Dumches? Yeah. He has been here from the beginning of time almost, we think, in spirit. And now we are on top of the world. Just last week, maybe last month, we're #1 in the country of a city to grow a family. Maybe we're #2. But we're in the top tier of a city to come to live and grow and begin to embrace differences right here in the city of Nashua, New Hampshire. Now, we're about to end our little conversation because we don't want to give you too much information. We want to give you that St. Gianna's place again. Get on your horses, call the number that Dr. Vermette gave you, and I want you to have a great day. Happy Mother's Day again to all the folks out there that didn't get that greeting from Harvey and Dr. Vermette.
Thank you, Harvey.
And I want to thank you so much for coming on our show.
Thank you for having me.
And one of these days later on, we're going to have you back to see how this came out. Is there anything else you'd like to leave with us?
No, I hope to see all the viewers at our golf tournament. It'll be a lot of fun. And like I said, a lot of prizes, raffles, auction. And it's for a great, great cause that's so near and dear to my heart. Thank you so much.
Let us help this young lady. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Harvey.
And have a great day.
You too.
We'll see you next time.
Okay.
Bye.